Today, we are headed to one of my favorite areas in Manhattan, hands down. And that's because anyone who's ever lived near or visited the area we're headed to today will tell you that there's not really anywhere else you can go and experience freedom from all of the chaos and noise of Manhattan without actually having to leave Manhattan. And that's why in this video, we're headed to Battery Park to check out a beautiful apartment in a luxury high-rise doorman building with a panoramic roof deck where you can see all of downtown. And if this video doesn't convince you to take this apartment, I might have to take it for myself. Hector, you want anything from CVS before we go?
Yep, I'm gonna get a cookie.
A cookie?
These cookies.
This neighborhood is so awesome. It's got this weird mix of old and new because you've got all of this classic pre-war architecture mixed in with new high-rise buildings that are both residential, like the building we're headed to, and commercial, like the Freedom Tower. Things here are really laid back. This is not a crazy place to go out and party. This neighborhood is chill and relaxing. There are parks throughout. You can walk right along the water, and there's tons of cool shops and stuff that litter the streets here, and everything's like brand new. I feel like the best way to describe this neighborhood is that this is what Roosevelt Island wishes it was. There's a lot of similarities, but here you've got all the convenience of downtown Manhattan at your fingertips. You've got multiple subway lines. You can easily commute uptown to Brooklyn, and there are a lot of companies that have offices down here, so if you need to get to work, it's not really that big of a challenge. Look at how gorgeous this is. This is half a block from the apartment, and you can see the water, you can see the Statue of Liberty. There's plenty of places to hang out and sit and read or hang out with friends. This is awesome. There's also a lot of people that go for jogs or ride their bike here because there's a bike path and a running path. And this is unlike really any other park that you're gonna have in Manhattan, because even Central Park and all of its beauty doesn't have this kind of waterfront access, and you certainly can't see the Statue of Liberty from there. So this is awesome. But so is the apartment. Let's go take a look. This view is incredible, and this would be a great place to hang out and get a little sun. And I'm sure at night this is absolutely incredible. That would be a good shot to get, but hey, we're here during the daytime. All right, let's see the apartment. Oh, that is so cool. I can see the water. I can see the rest of the city. This is great. All right, so we are in a luxury one-bedroom apartment. I really like this place, but let's see what you think. So right when you walk in, the kitchen is to your left, and you walk right into this amazing sun-filled living room. And that is not an understatement. These large windows just flood this place with light, and it feels incredible in here. Cool thing about this living room, as we already discovered, the balcony is right here. This is a pretty good sized patio. You've definitely got some options here because of the fact that this is large enough to put a table and some chairs, or some of those large patio chairs that let you relax and put your feet up. Whatever you put here is gonna be something you use all the time because this view is so nice. I would have a really difficult time getting sick and tired of this view, and I can't say that about many apartments in New York City. This is a ton of space, and it's easy to use because the kitchen is separate and in its own room. You have a lot of options. It would be so easy in a room this big to set up a couch and a proper entertainment center. And there's also enough room in here that you could use the other space for a home office and even for a kitchen table. I think that this area right here by the entryway of the apartment would be so great for a small kitchen table because it's right by where the kitchen is. And I think that's probably the best spot for one. The kitchen, it's separate, it's in its own room. It's not very big in and of itself. It's got all premium appliances. It's got a large stove with 5 burners and a nice large microwave above the stove. This is awesome. The fridge is also full size and high end, and there is a dishwasher, which is fantastic. Cabinet space in here is also amazing. There are cabinets on both walls, both above the appliances and below the appliances, so storing things in here is not gonna be a problem in any way. And the counter space is really good because the sink and the dishwasher are on one side of the kitchen and the stove, microwave, and the refrigerator are on the other side. So there's actually a lot of counter space, more than you'd expect in a kitchen that's kind of in its own room like this one is. Let's check out the bedroom and see how it is. Ooh, I like this bedroom. This room is a pretty good size. It's basically 11 feet by 11 feet, and that's a lot of space. Any size bed you want in this room, go ahead, put it in here, it's gonna fit. And just look at all that sunlight coming in. The windows in this room are a similar style to those that are in the living room. They're really thick, they block out all the street noise that you can hear from the balcony, but they still allow you to get tons of sunlight just like you do in the living room. And it's gonna be like this all the time because you've got a great view from both the living room and the bedroom. The one downside of this bedroom is that there's no closet here, but that might not matter so much to you because there is a massive walk-in closet right here. This closet is awesome. This is like its own room. Let's see how big this is. This is huge. I think you could fit a bed in here if you really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend living in this room, but if you had a friend that was staying here for a few days and they really needed their own private place, this could work for that. Even though this is the only closet for the entire apartment, since it's such a large room, you could store pretty much everything you need to keep tucked away in here. It's easy to hang stuff up. As you can see, there's a nice bar here for you to do that. And since the rest of the room is so large, putting shelves or racks or dressers in here would be really easy. And depending on how you want to set this up, you may be able to use some of this space for other things as well. Like you could put luggage and suitcases and things in here. It's a big room. There's a lot of options. I don't think you're gonna have any problems storing stuff in this apartment because this is fantastic. We've checked out the living room, we've checked out the bedroom, we've checked out the kitchen. Let's see the bathroom. Here it is right off the side of the bedroom. And this is a great bathroom. The first thing that jumps out at me is just how well lit this room is. Everything in here is premium. There's a nice soft light coming from these vanity lights that are above the medicine cabinet. The sink is full size, the tub is full size, it's even got handles because it's pretty deep. And this is a nice large room. If you're sharing this apartment with someone and the two of you need to get into the bathroom at the same time, you'll be able to do that. I also like how the medicine cabinet opens from the middle. That's great because you can easily get stuff in and out of it. And there's also really good storage below where the sink is, which is a major plus. Usually any cabinet underneath the sink can't really hold much, but these are pretty good. Storage space in here is excellent. It's also nice that in addition to a towel rack here, they've also got hooks on the back of the door as well. But really, I think the best part in living in that building right there is that you are steps away from the water right here. And even though it's a great place with a great view and a building that has all the amenities, being this close to this type of environment is just so worth it. There is a lot to love about that apartment. And if you have a New York City apartment and you want it featured on my channel, let me know about that as well and we will coordinate. Every week I make a couple apartment tours just like that one. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.